Hi again, everyone, and welcome to the fourth newscast of Warrior Television for the 2024-2025 school year. I'm Zach Kastrick.
And I'm Elaina Kratky. The second semester has been busy with winter sports including basketball and swimming. We will also take a look at the upcoming dance marathon, a new journalism teacher, and National Signing Day.
Up first, the Westside Music Department is saying goodbye to a longtime educator, Doran Johnson, who is retiring at the end of the school year. Elaina Kratky has more on this award-winning teacher.
Westside's award-winning vocal music program has built a renowned reputation throughout Nebraska and across the nation. The countless trophies and awards wouldn't be possible without vocal director Doran Johnson. After 10 years teaching in his home state of Iowa, Johnson has spent the past 27 years revolutionizing vocal music with his amazing Technicolor show choir at Westside.
I came to Westside and I wasn't going to stay here. I didn't want to leave Iowa, but I knew about this program, and so I thought, well, I'll just go teach there for a couple of years. And once I got here, I was like, why would I ever want to leave this program? And so I've been allowed over those 27 years to basically create what you see today, and they've really just trusted me to make the right decisions and to bring the kids in and to keep moving things forward. So I've always just felt like I was in charge of the program, and I'm really proud of where it is at this point.
After 37 years working as a vocal music director, Johnson announced that this year he will take his final bow. His students have made it their mission to perform in honor of Johnson in his final year.
A lot of the people in the group are trying to make it a good year for him since it's his last year, and I think it's just something that's driving us all to be better and be the best that we can be just for him.
He's definitely a person who you never want to disappoint. You just want the best for them. There's just certain people like that who you just always want the best for. You want everything great in life for them. I feel like the rest of the group feels that too, and it really shows through in our performances because it's always one motivator. There's so many motivators for why we do what we do, and Mr. Johnson's definitely one of them.
Johnson built the show choir program through his dedication to perfecting the small details. However, his students attribute the program's continued success to his unique balance of precision and laughter throughout rehearsals.
The balance he has between work and fun is really important. I like that he can drive a rehearsal and we can get a lot done, and then he'll say jokes and laugh with you after.
The way Mr. Johnson teaches, you can just tell he has such a genuine passion for what he's doing, and it really makes for a fun learning environment, and it motivates everybody to want to be there and to want to work harder.
I think my life mission, my life calling is teaching kids to be excellent at something, and I just happen to know how to be excellent at music, singing and dancing and choir and show choir and all that kind of stuff. But I hope that I leave those legacies to my students, that they take with them, that they're looking at how can I be excellent in what I'm doing. So I hope that that's something that will permeate the program moving on, that we don't just try and be average. We're not going to be mediocre, but we're going to do whatever we can to keep pushing the bar.
For his final curtain call on March 15th, Johnson will take a trip to Wheaton, Illinois with ATSC in hopes of earning one last grand champion title. From WTV, I'm Elaina Kratky. The biggest rivalry in Nebraska high school sports is between Westside and Creighton Prep. The two schools battled down to the final seconds on the basketball court this season. Zach Kastrick looks at this intense rivalry.
The Creighton Prep vs. Westside rivalry is historic with countless close games, and this season was nothing short of that. Westside is now 2-0 versus the Junior Jays this season, winning on a buzzer beater and in an overtime thriller. Back on December 31st, Westside was down 1 point after these free throws with just over 2 seconds to play, and that's when freshman Lee Robinson called game. The freshman guard hit a 3-point buzzer beater to win the game 63-61. Robinson later talked about what went into the play.
We got a turnover. We went to the bench. Our coach told us, he said, the game not over. He asked all of us, he asked, can you catch the ball? Can you make a pass? And can you make an open shot? So that's what it was. We tried to get it down court. We wasn't expecting that. We was expecting a 3 from one of our shooters, but it happened to be.
Just 10 days later, the Warriors match up with the Junior Jays at the Birdcage. where they found themselves in another close game. Jumping to the fourth quarter, the Jays get this quick bucket by Trinell Parker. Westside was now down by 1 with 1:17 left to play. A few plays later, off a steal by Robinson, he drew a foul and split his free throw pair to tie it up. With 5.9 seconds, Creighton Prep had a chance to win and missed. In overtime, Westside managed to get out to an early lead from good defense and a couple Robinson layups and this Donnie Barfield dunk. The Warriors cling to their 3-point lead after a few clutch free throws from Charles Snoddy and Robinson. The Jays still had a chance after being fouled on a three-pointer to sink all the free throws and tie it. Cooper Knight came up empty on all three, securing the Warriors' win. Head coach Jim Simons reacted to the wins by the Warriors.
You know, we found a way to score a couple more points than they have both times we played. Obviously, two very evenly matched teams. Both games were down to the wire, and you know, we were fortunate enough to make a play here or there, or make a shot here or there in both games.
Westside is now 16-2 with their only losses coming against Papio La Vista South. The Warriors are back in action Thursday at home versus Millard North. For WTV, I'm Zach Kastrick. This year, new restrooms were built at Westside. The school administration also added a new policy with certain passes for each floor. Will Mahan has more.
Just recently, for the second semester, WHS implemented a new bathroom pass system with color-coded lanyards for each floor and harsher consequences for being on the wrong one.
So what we did is the first floor is red, the second floor is black, and then the third floor is silver. And so when you're in the first floor, you're going to use, you've got a lanyard that's red, and then there's the classroom number that you're in that's on the back, so anybody knows where you're coming from and going to.
During the renovations to the bathroom, students would go to a faraway bathroom. Even after the renovations were completed, the students still are going to faraway bathrooms.
And this kind of grew about with all of the bathroom remodeling that we had done, because kids had to be all over the building. Well, then it became the norm for some people to, I'm in the first floor, but I'm going to go all the way up to the third floor art hallway bathroom. And instead of using the restroom and getting back to class, there was a lot of wandering that was going on.
The reason behind implementing this new policy in the middle of the school year and not the beginning is due to the bathroom construction.
We were originally going to do it at the beginning of this school year, but the 300s hallways restrooms weren't done yet. This spring, they're going to start on the English down toward the baseball doors hallways. So we're still kind of transitional, but MTSS team, multi-tiered systems of support, and department chairs decided, let's start it now. So that's why it was midway through the year.
Teacher Christine Nelson adds her input on the new policy and how it has affected some of her students.
It makes my life a lot easier as to remembering who is out of the room and then who is next. So I would be...
So far, the students and teachers alike have had very little to no reaction to the new rules.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody, again, positive, negative, or indifferent about it, upset that they can't go or just wait for a minute. It's just like, oh, we'll just wait for that pass to get back and then you can go, and everybody seems fine with it.
I interviewed multiple students like Jack Whites and Naridia Lynch.
What do you think about the new bathroom passes they just rolled out this year?
I think it's actually pretty weird because, well, for one, there's only one, so like kind of having more people needing to use the bathroom, it's like, yeesh, gotta wait for a person, and you don't know if they're walking the halls, talking to their friends. It's very annoying and inconvenient.
Do you think they should have had more passes except just one?
Yeah, I think there could have been at least two, like one for girls, one for boys, certain passes.
What do you think about the new bathroom passes? Do you like it or not?
I think it's better than like the slabs of wood some teachers used to have, but I think one might be a little silly for like large group classrooms.
Yeah.
Students and teachers have definitely had multiple different takes on the matter. This has been Will Mahan from WTV.
There is a new face in the Westside Journalism Department this year. Brett Grell was one of 21 new teachers at the high school. Juan Romero Saroff has a close-up of the new journalism advisor.
And they don't even respond to them anymore.
I think, yeah, if you...
Go ask Ross.
Yeah, just jot down what those questions are and the names. He's good about his forcing himself.
At the beginning of the 24-25 school year, Westside welcomed many teachers. One of them was Brett Grill, Westside's new journalism teacher.
I graduated college in 1999 with an English degree. It was a creative writing degree, actually, and then at the time they needed teachers, so the state paid for me to go back and get a teaching degree. Not where I expected to end up. I planned to be a novelist, but here 25 years later, I'm still in education. So went on to get graduate degrees in education administration as well, about 15 years ago or so. I started teaching out in Philadelphia at a charter high school called Nueva Esperanza Academy High School. Was there for 4 years, taught English there and helped to build up their humanities program, and then also taught at Buena Vista South English for about 6 years before moving into administration. The new job is great. I'm enjoying it. The students are fantastic. It's been fun to take on a new challenge, and I think we're doing good work so far. I realized a couple things. One, I'm getting old, and two, since that means not a lot of job changes left in my life, I wanted to end up in the classroom. So I wanted a new challenge as well. I didn't want to go back to what I started with. I wanted to teach, I wanted to work with students, but I also wanted to challenge myself. So this was the perfect opportunity. And obviously, as I learn this, we'll be able to improve and grow and expand. But it's fun to learn and to apply all the different types of journalism here with students.
This was another big year for the Westside swimming and diving team. The girls finished as the state runner-up, and the boys ended up in third place. Elaina Kratky looks at this year's senior class.
17 seniors on Westside's swim and dive team were honored at the Millard North Duel on January 14th. The senior night ceremony celebrated the athletes' commitment to excellence in the sport for the past 4 years.
It was really, really nice. Like, I was really honored that all of my friends were there for me and cheering me on, and especially that now this is my 4th year of high school, and I put my time and my effort into this school and into this program, and to be able to be recognized and honored like that was really, really nice.
My favorite part of senior night was definitely when I got to cheer on my other seniors that were walking out, because just like hearing their name, it was kind of so surreal.
The boys and girls teams' dominating victory against the Mustangs was the cherry on top to the senior night celebrations. While success in the pool during their high school career is memorable, the lasting bonds they've formed with their teammates is what stands out as the seniors' most cherished memories.
I've gotten so many friends from Westside, and it's been such a great community from the swim team, so that's really helped me for the past 4 years.
Swimming for Westside has definitely brought a positive impact to my high school experience. It's just such a great team to be around, and it definitely makes me motivated to actually go to school, do my work so that I can go to swim practice and see these great people.
This year's senior night was a heartfelt celebration, but the ceremony at Millard North had an odd feeling compared to the ceremonies held at the old Westside pool.
Normally, for senior night, we have baby pictures on the walls and there's music playing, so it was different to have just flat walkout and just hear everyone's names be called.
I think the atmosphere was a little bit different and a little odd compared to the 3 years I've seen beforehand, especially since the spectators sat behind the glass at Millard North. I thought that was just, it was a little strange, but that's the setup of the pool, so that's the way it is. But I was just really grateful that Millard North was able to host that for us, because that would have been really missed by all of us seniors.
Senior night is one of the many traditions that looks different from the team this season due to the renovations taking place on Westside's pool. However, the seniors are excited for the next generation of Westside swimmers who will use the state-of-the-art swimming facility in the future.
The season's been different by, everyone has to carpool to practice now. I think it's been kind of fun though, everyone riding with each other and then kind of getting to bond that way.
First off, the pool was really old from the 60s, so it was definitely time for a replacement. And it's also important for the rest of the community. There's so many things that go on other than just the high school swim team, that having this newer, bigger pool with better stands, better air, all of that is going to be really beneficial to not just the swim team, but everybody else.
From WTV, this has been Elaina Kratky.
One of the biggest fundraisers at Westside is the annual dance marathon in the spring. Elaina Kratky has more on the event, which raises money for Children's Hospital.
Dance Marathon. Contrary to what you may think, Dance Marathon doesn't include dancing or running. Instead, it is a fundraiser for the local Children's Nebraska Hospital. In 2024, Westside's Dance Marathon raised $55,141. In 2025, the money raised will fund a 3D TEE transducer for the Cardiac Care Center. With a board of 30 members and led by Presidents Cora Dietrich and Violet Collins, the group hopes to make a difference for sick children in Nebraska. But they can't do it without your help. Follow Westside_DM today on Instagram and donate using the link in their bio. Celebrate the total amount raised this year at the final event on Saturday, April 12th, with Chick-fil-A, raffles, cakewalks, and a final reveal of the total amount of money raised. Donate today to make a difference for sick children in your community. On Wednesday, February 5th, 12 Westside student athletes signed national letters of intent. The sports ranged from football to fishing. Zach Kastrick looks at where the athletes are headed to college.
On Wednesday, February 5th, 11 Westside athletes across 8 different sports signed their letter of intent to continue their athletic and academic career in college.
My favorite memory here was winning state with my team, and that moment was just so exciting, and I can't wait to see where the program goes after I'm gone. I'd also like to take time to thank and remember Becky Geiger for everything she did for the program.
First, I just want to give thanks to God for giving me this opportunity to continue my athletic and student career. And then I want to give thanks to my parents for everything they've done for me in my life to get to this point. And especially thanks to my coaches and teammates for always pushing me to get to my best potential. Super excited to continue and see where next year takes me. And yeah, favorite memory just from the practices to all my teammates to games and just state. It's gonna be hard to miss this place, but I'm super excited for next year.
I have to say a massive thank you, especially to my parents for supporting me all through the years. My dad is the one who taught me how to bass fish when I was a really little kid, and I've just continued to pursue it. It's an amazing time. I also have to say a massive thank you to some of my buddies that are willing to put up with my constant obsession with the sport. And I'd have to say that my favorite memory is going to state last year with my buddy Cole, and we placed 4th last year, but hopefully we can do better this year. So, thank you.
I chose to go to Swarthmore College really because of the amazing academic programs they have there, and also the team culture was really welcoming and really supportive, even for us new recruits that were on a trip there. I really enjoyed how they made us feel right at home, even though we were brand new to them. So it was really just a really welcoming environment. I'm really excited to be there for the next 4 years. I'd really like to thank my parents for always getting me to early morning practices at 5:30. It's not very enjoyable to wake up that early, but I appreciate that. And then also to my coaches and my teammates for always being super supportive no matter what, even when times are slow or whatever's happening, they're always supportive and they're always there for me, which I also really appreciate. And then I'm really gonna miss this place, especially missing the new pool that's coming in. That's kind of a little sad, but that's just the way it happens. And I'm really gonna miss my teammates that are always here for me.
I chose Pomona because I love their campus, and academically and athletically I think it was the right fit for me. Plus being in Southern California is always a plus. I'd like to thank my teammates for always supporting me, Coach Mike Dean for always believing in me and giving me the opportunity to come to Westside. I'd like to thank my dad for always being my #1 supporter, from traveling across the country with me to bringing 11-year-old Andy to play soccer every day. He's always been my biggest supporter. I think my favorite memory of Westside soccer will be my freshman year when we made state, and it was a surreal experience.
I'd like to first thank my parents for all the sacrifices they made over the years. I'd like to thank my teammates and my coaches for always pushing me every day at practice. Why I chose Fresno State was I really believed what Coach Entz and Coach Hardaway were building down there. And yeah, it's California. I'd rather be there than Nebraska. So my favorite memory was probably winning state last year. All my guys. And then yeah. Shout out to you.
I just want to start out by thanking my dad and my stepmom and the rest of my family just for always being there and supporting me. I want to thank my coaches for always believing in me whenever I doubted myself. One thing that I will miss about Westside and my teammates is just the culture that they bring. No matter what, there's always someone there supporting you with a smile or even a funny joke. Yeah.
Why I picked my college is because the culture there at Iowa Central is very positive, and the academics I will be doing, it will be fun, I guess. And one people I would like to mention is my sister Macy Barber. She's helped me through everything that we have overcome a lot, and my team from high school and Nebraska Wrestling Academy. I'd like to thank Adeline Grazer for being my best friend and transferring here from Papillion. I'd like to thank Kenzie Martin for transferring too. And my favorite memory from wrestling is when we're on the bus and we had to tell Ireland to get on the bus because she wandered us around gas stations. And yeah.
The reason why I picked Midland is because Coach Shamrock and everybody there just seemed like they wanted me to be there and just seemed so welcoming. I'd like to thank my parents and grandparents and aunt for everything that they've done for me over the past however many years I've been playing football. And one thing I'll miss about Westside is just being with all the guys who I spent 4 years playing football with and just not being able to see them almost every day now.
The reason I chose Wayne State culture was just different than every other campus I attended, and the environment, I just fell in love with it, and I just love the way the coaches welcome me in. First off, I want to thank my mom for everything she does for me. I also want to thank my stepdad for coming in my life and changing it for the better. And I just also want to thank my family because they pushed me and they always supported me. And one thing I remember about Westside is when I transferred in, everyone just welcomed me with welcome arms, and we had a great season this year. Yeah.
I'm excited, about the culture they've got up there. Want to thank my family for, always being there for me. My teammates and my coaches for always pushing me every day to be my best. And my favorite memory at Westside will definitely be the state championship we won last year.
I first of all just want to thank God for giving me this opportunity and bringing me to this point in my life.
I also want to thank my family for always supporting me, and especially my dad for coaching me all my life and always pushing me to be better.
That wraps up another WTV Newscast. The second semester continues, and we are all ready for spring break.
If you want to see more videos, just go to the YouTube channel and check out Warrior Television. Thanks for watching, Warriors. We'll see you next time.